Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of being Semipe. If this is your first time here, welcome to the family. And if you're a returning subscriber, family member, hope you're good. How you doing? Let me know in the comment section. So today, we're going to be talking about something very interesting because this is one question I get asked the most. And I'm going to be doing this with my friend, Joys Alabi. Joys Alabi is currently a senior analyst at Bank of America. I think a brief introduction of how I met Joyce. Very interesting, but I met Joyce through an interview. Joyce was my interviewer. I didn't get the job. I got a friend. That has to be a punchline. I didn't get the job, but I got a friend, and I'm grateful for that opportunity. And so basically, Joyce would be sharing tips with us on why internships are important and how to secure the best internships. And depending on any point she relays, I will just buttress on them.
My name is Joys Alabi and I'm super excited to be on Semipe's channel today. I'm just supposed to share with you guys very quickly on internships, how internships have helped me and why I think that they are important, and any tips that I have to you're applying for internships. For context, I currently work as a senior analyst in investment banking and I studied economics in uni, and internships really have supported me so far because currently I work in investment banking, but before that I had done internships in like corporate broking, consulting, deal advisory, I think that's it, or asset management, investment management. I think that internships are super important because of five reasons I've thought of. I would say the first one is that internships really help you to build skills. I know that even though people might say, oh, you don't need to have any experience to apply for this role, they say that, but I think that if you have the skills, you definitely differentiate yourself and you definitely seem like a better candidate versus someone that doesn't.
So the first point, guys, is they help you build skills, and I couldn't even agree anymore with Joyce because internships are so important. And so let's take the example. Joyce is into finance, I'm a lawyer or lawyer in training. The skills that are going to be required of us are totally different. Joyce's skills are going to be tending towards calculations, critical thinking. I mean, lawyers also need to think outside the box and think critically, but it just differs, right? My core skills are going to be research, writing, and the like. So you can just see that. And the more you intern, especially when you diversify these internships, we see that it puts you ahead and it gives you a better chances. You're able to be a well-rounded student or a well-rounded individual, because what you then see is the process of learning. So if I'm cultivating writing skills, calculation skills, research skills, if I'm applying to any organization, I'm a better candidate than someone who just has specific skills in a particular industry.
Secondly, like I said, they help to put you ahead.
The second point, I already started talking about this in the first point, is it puts you ahead. And it puts you ahead in such an instance where, let's take for example, a lot of companies in Nigeria. I just said that some firms say you are not required to have previous experience. But a lot of Nigerian firms, especially entry-level roles, require the most from undergraduates or from fresh graduates. Like, you must be knowledgeable in this, you must be this, you must be that, and you just see it. So you're wondering, like, where do I build these competencies from, especially if I'm just fresh out of school? But interning in various organizations during your undergrad holidays, it just puts you ahead and gives you a better chance at securing better jobs, because if somebody has a very stocked CV or a decent CV applying for a role compared to somebody who just has that school certificate, there are certain things you build in an organization or in work environment that you would hardly get in a school environment. So it's just advisable to secure this internship so you get better chances.
A third reason is that internships really help you to find clarity. Like I was speaking to someone who said today to me that clarity comes from doing, and we're just talking about doing different roles or like transitioning roles in your younger years. And I think that, for example, if you're studying finance and you know you want to work in finance, but you don't know if you want to do investment banking or trading or or consulting, by doing an internship you can say, okay, I've done this and I don't like it, or I've done this and I think that this is something I could pursue but I'm not very sure. So So by doing internships, it can really help you to find clarity.
Third point, it helps you find clarity. And I will just quickly go back to the KPMG video I did. I'll link it up somewhere here. The KPMG video I did with my friends, and we're all just talking. And if you recall, Adiza was saying about how if she had known, diversified her internships, because it was the end of her undergrad, rather than that she just realized that, okay, she was more interested in human resource, but she had channeled a lot of her internship into law areas. But I mean, that isn't even bad, because it's as a result of internships that she realized that, okay, that's something I'm interested in. Now, taking myself for example, I have diversified my internships so much. I've worked in finance, pensions, law firm, human resource, management consulting. When I even say law, entertainment law, media. So you see that when you just do these things, it gives you clarity. And so, for example, I've done human resource and I'm like, this is nice, but no thanks. Okay, I've done management consulting. Oh yeah, that was really nice. And I was really considering that should I really pursue a career path in management consulting at the time. So you see, one thing it does is it gives you clarity. And like Joyce was saying, I never even knew there were different branches, that many branches to finance, until she started breaking it down. And so you see that, okay, the more you explore the opportunities available to you, you realize that, okay, no, I'm not really sure this thing is something I would see myself enjoying long term, and you're able to cut down on that.
A fourth thing is that internships help you to meet people that could be very instrumental to your full-time role later on. People that you might help, right? And people that could help you, people that you could end up starting a company together, people that you might go to masters abroad together, or like MBA abroad, just many things. So I think that internships really help you to find people that you might even speak to and like find out how they have structured their career and find inspiration from that. People that could be career mentors later on.
The fourth point, networking. And you guys, oh my god, networking is so important, because first of all, it even helps you build your esteem, because different organizations have different cultures, but lots of the organizations out there encourage team bonding, team spirit, these are kind of skills, being able to work in teams. And what other skills? Communication skills, you get networking skills, because emotional intelligence, these are skills that are required of you during your internship. And so you just realize that, okay, as you work in these various firms, as you do these various roles, you are building these competencies, you're building these skills unknowingly, right? And let me even tell you an amazing thing about networking. She's talking about you learning from people's journeys and people learning from you. I have been influenced, impacted by so many people I have worked with. Like, they're my older friends, they're amazing people, right? And I remember, for example, my final year project, it was somebody from first of all, I even developed clarity in choosing that project because of my internship. So it was, first of all, understanding that, okay, let me first intern. So upon interning, I realized, okay, yeah, I really like this field. And then afterwards, when it was time to pick a topic and I didn't know how to craft a topic, I reached out to somebody who was my supervisor while I was interning, and he came up with amazing topics, and I was able to narrow it down with my supervisor. So you guys just see why networking is important. And more than just making these connections while you work, it's important to, follow up, keep in touch. It was only because I was able to keep in touch that I was able to reach out when I needed his help.
Yeah, so these are the reasons that I think that internships are important. And just one more would be that I think while I did internships in uni, every time I did an internship and went back to school, it kind of made school make more sense. Like I said, I was studying economics and I was doing my internships in like finance related things. So sometimes when I would go back to school, I would hear something my lecturer was talking about and it would make more sense because I've kind of used it to work. Like, I knew how to apply practically in real life. So if you're still in school, I think that doing an internship really helps to just put things in perspective.
Lastly, she said it makes school make more sense. And this is so true. One tactic I used to do before every internship is when I was in 200 level going to my third year, I interned in a law firm and a finance firm, right? And so what I did was, when I was going to the law firm, I wrote out all the electives that we would be taking in school. And when I got to my internship, we were asked to select our areas of interest. And so because I was very minimal in my understanding or in my exposure to law, right? So I wrote down all my courses, all the electives, and I was like, okay, I would just like to explore what working in these various departments are like, and then from there I would make my decision rather. And so it was from that internship that I got introduced to this area of law, which then fueled my interest that I am now doing my project in. So you can just see the absolute importance of internships and why they're very relevant. Also, internships just make your classes make more sense, like Joyce was saying, because you go to school and maybe they're talking about a land matter, and during your internship, maybe you worked at the land registry, if you worked in a law firm where they were settling a land dispute or an intellectual property case, or whatever case you were handling, you just realize that, okay, so when they're talking, your lecturer is talking about this, you're like, oh, okay, this is what it meant, or you're able to merge those things. And that's why a lot of them, when people apply to organizations in cover letters, you always ask, okay, for an opportunity to have a practical understanding of the theoretical knowledge gained in school, because that's literally what internships are for you. An opportunity, a platform to see the theory play out and be a part of that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this part of this episode. Joyce and I will be continuing next in another video, and we'll be talking about how to secure these internships, because I mean, Joyce is working in the abroad and before she traveled, you hear her talking about spring internship and summer internships, and you just want to find out, okay, so how was Joyce able to get these internships? How she may be able to secure these internships also. So please subscribe, like, share, comment your favorite point. If you have any other tips I've already mentioned, please comment down below.
It was a spring internship and I didn't get like a summer offer, but I knew that I wanted to investment management when I came back to Nigeria. So I wrote a list of all the companies management I would like to work for, and I literally started shooting my shots. Like I was